Well, The Boys just ended, and it was very disappointing. One of the biggest disappointments of the year, I would say. As I was watching it, I was just so disinterested. I just stopped waiting for episodes. I just didn't care about what was happening on screen. It actually felt smaller scale than the previous seasons. I mean, I'm remembering the moment in season 2 where Homelander has a flash where he just lasers everyone. That's the kind of thing you expect to happen in season 5. As an audience, I got a little scared when Homelander was hiring all the psychics to read people's minds, and I guess they were just going to kill everyone that doesn't accept Homelander as a god. And oh, holy shit, this is going to happen. And but then I guess the boys actually just stop it before a single person dies. I think actually zero people die. And I'm not saying the death count is what makes it good. It's sort of like you need to have something of consequence happen. So are you telling me we don't see him kill anyone? Even Homelander killing the president was like an inconsequential scene. I mean, Homelander just kills him and we just move on. Like, who gives a shit? I mean, there's no build up to it. There's no. It's not even taken seriously in the show. Another thing that was really anticlimactic was, I don't know if you guys remember the ending of season 4 where Butcher just horrifically kills Victoria Newman. And that's it. It's like, oh my god, what the hell is going to happen between Butcher and the boys and all that kind of stuff. And Butcher is off on his own and everyone is completely scattered. And one of the first things that happen in season 5 is the boys get back together and they're starting to work on something again. And it feels a little bit like they went backwards. And it shows a little bit of lack of commitment in the choices you made for the characters. I really do want to shit on the virus plotline a lot because it's kind of really underwhelming as a plotline to follow for the last season. So narratively, the purpose the virus serves really is just the boys' final plan to take out Homelander is the virus, because obviously they can't fight him, and it fails. This is nothing new in fiction, of course. We've seen many stories where the characters have to come up with some kind of plan. It's their big, great effort, and it just fails horrifically. And there are many times this has happened. It happened in Avengers Infinity War, even. So, this is nothing new. Really, the virus is not that compelling of a plot device to keep the audience's interest, in my view. So, what it could have been Ryan instead, or really the ideal option was for the final season to just be about the final heist, to go inside the White House and fight Homelander. Right? You could have had Frenchie die in the beginning of the season. Kimiko's fucking pissed and she carries that with her. We see her suffer for more than one episode at least. That should be important. We see Kimiko suffer for a bit and they make the plan. Okay, how the fuck do we even get close to Homelander? They do all this planning, they have to figure all this shit out, and maybe ideally Ryan would be a part of it. They know that Ryan isn't strong enough to fight Homelander, but they have something for him to do, and they're doing all this stuff, and they are forced to work with Butcher. As I established, they should be hating Butcher right now. They should not be getting along with him. But you should do some kind of shit where Butcher has some kind of information or resources that they need, so they're forced to work with them. And that creates all this drama and makes it this epic heist in the end. You need to have all these consequences. Like, people need to get hurt when they fight Homelander. It shouldn't be like Butcher just fucking going toe to toe with Homelander while Kimiko takes no damage from Homelander's laser, and Ryan doesn't even have blood on his face by the end of the fight. Like, it just makes no sense at all for it to be so anticlimactic. Because really, if you think about it, what happened in season 5 episode 8 is just they really just walked into the White House with no plan and just killed Homelander. That was all that happened. There was no twist, there was no turns, there wasn't even any tension. And yeah, that's how it ended. Like, of all the people that fought Homelander that day, Kimiko, Ryan, and Butcher, they all came out completely unscathed. I think Homelander is actually weaker this season than he was in the previous seasons. Because remember when he lasers Kimiko and it does nothing to her. I mean, I think previously, I think we saw he actually cuts her in half with the laser, doesn't he? And if you're gonna argue the radiation therapy that they gave Kimiko made her stronger, I guess that could make sense. But I mean, why though? Why would you write that as a thing? You want your characters to be vulnerable, right? Maybe the ending could have been something like oh, Kimiko's about to laser Homelander, and then he just lasers her bottom half off. And now that creates like a bit of tension, like, oh, she was our main plan against Homelander, like what the hell are we gonna do? And Butcher and Ryan are fucking scrambling, like they're desperate. The idea that Butcher can go toe to toe with Homelander is also insane, by the way. Like he should have been fucking like at the cusp of death after like few hits from Homelander. That's how the story should have gone. And Kimiko is like healing when they're trying to distract Homelander, and it's like this intense, like desperate moment. What are they gonna do? And then like somehow they, like Kimiko manages to shoot the laser or something, like really last minute, really desperate, like they barely make it because Homelander is so fucking strong or some shit like that. But instead no one gets hurt at all. I mean, I think it's actually crazy that no one gets hurt, like not even a broken arm. Butcher's face is barely bloody. I mean, it's actually insane. It doesn't make any sense. And honestly, a lot of the humor in the show just didn't land at all. I mean, it actually was a little bit like a shitty Marvel movie, except they say bad words, I guess. There was this line in the final episode where the sound guy dies. I don't even know that character's name still, by the way.
Not now, Deep.
Not your call, Prophet Muhammad.
He dies with a ball, and it's a pretty funny death, I'll give you that. And really, they could have just cut the scene there and it would have been perfect. But he has to say his shitty one-liner.
I really need a new job.
And it's fucking annoying. Like, it is a bit like a Marvel movie. You know, like one of those lines where it's like, he's standing right behind me, isn't he? Or like, it's one of those fucking lines from a Marvel movie. It's so fucking stupid. Man, I lost my train of thought. My train of thought. And I have to take a moment to talk about some of the characters that really annoy me. So Sage's character makes absolutely no sense. Mainly in this season, but I honestly think in general, she doesn't really make that much sense. The show seems to have this viewpoint that the more intelligent you get, the more nihilistic you get, and the shittier as a person you are, which makes no sense because that's not how it really works. It's not like the people who are really smart are just like evil and nihilistic. That's not actually how it works. And actually her plan just doesn't even make sense. She just wants everyone to die so she can just be alone in peace. That makes no sense. And also the idea that like after she loses her intelligence she's in peace, that also makes absolutely no sense at all. It's like they just have like a weird understanding of what intelligence is. I don't really get it. And I think there's other fiction that gets this wrong. I think there's this episode of House where you have this really depressed, miserable guy who's like a super genius. It's something like he's so smart that he can't be happy or something like that. It just doesn't make it just makes no sense, man. I mean, I don't know what to say. But that's one thing. And also it's a bit of a challenge when you're not that smart and you want to write a character that's smart and the character just ends up being a fucking idiot. So that's something that annoyed me about Sage. And also the fact that she was just fucking wrong about what Soldier Boy would do. And don't even get me started on Soldier Boy, by the way. And I mean, another character whose motivations make no sense. And I've seen all the fucking this is what Clara would have wanted fucking memes, right? It is actually insane that Soldier Boy was butchered so much. Honest to God, they could have just killed him in season 3 and it would have been fine. He served no thematic purpose. I mean, we all fucking love Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy. I mean, we love Jensen Ackles in general. But it's sort of like, he doesn't serve any purpose in the story other than just like a guy who's strong. That's the truth of it. And Soldier Boy's character is pretty inconsistent. Okay, so like, what the fuck? Does he like Homelander? Or like, I mean, like, why does he even bother siding with Homelander ever? I mean, based on what we saw about him in season 3, he actually fucking hates Homelander. And why the fuck would he care what Clara thinks? I mean, I guess Watt Rising will get into it, which I'm not looking forward to. They set up this whole thing about him being in love with that woman in season 3. I forgot the character's name. But Crimson Countess, I think, right? He was in love with that character and he was fucking heartbroken that they betrayed him and he was just going on a fucking killing spree. So it's really irritating that, okay, so now all of a sudden he's in love with Clara. Like, even though Clara is like dead and Soldier Boy is just a fuckboy, if you think about it. And like, he cares what Clara thinks. Like, I mean, why does he really give a fuck? It doesn't make any sense. But dude, I loved Soldier Boy in season 3. And they just really had to wake him up again for season 5. Actually, I also found it kind of disappointing that Butcher kills Homelander in the end. I guess it makes sense as like one potential ending, but I feel like now that Homelander has no powers, there's just really no reason to kill him. I would have liked it if they just kept him around for the epilogue. Just put Homelander in prison or something. I mean, you could have had some fun, like humorous scenes there, and it would have been interesting to see like how the hell does what kind of person is he now that he doesn't have his powers. I mean, we see a glimpse of it with him begging Butcher for his life, and oh, that's who he is without his powers. And but I would have liked a lot more of that. I mean, that's actually such a big point of the show, and they explored this really well in season 3 with Huey getting Compound V and everything, right? The Temp V. And I think that was really interesting because it actually really explored, what makes a valuable person, like what it actually means to be strong. I think that stuff actually I really loved. It was really interesting, and they could have really explored that a little more. Okay, now that Homelander has lost his powers, like who is he, right? And you could have shown Homelander struggling with that, and it could have been thematically very rich and like interesting. So yeah, I mean, I was a bit sad that they just wasted that by killing Homelander. That could have been a whole episode on its own. You could have just had like Homelander lose his powers in episode 7, and you could have just spent episode 8 just focusing on that. Because how does he cope with it? And can I just say, it's really fucking weird that they named their child Robin after Huey's girlfriend that died. That's crazy, bro. I mean, like, what the fuck? It's like worse than the fucking Krillin Maren situation. But anyway. So yeah, that's The Boys season 5 for you. A very big disappointment. One of the biggest disappointments of the year. I think, in my honest opinion, I will probably rewatch The Boys season 1 to 3 at some point again. I think I am actually rewatching season 1 right now. I'll go on to. I think I might skip season 2 and go to 3, to be honest, just because I love Soldier Boy. Yeah, it's quality stuff. Even though the ending is bad, the show is a quality show. The finale, though, is really trash. So it really depends on the kind of person you are. Some people are sort of like, okay, so if the ending is bad, I'm just not going to read it. I'm sorry. Right? And some people are like, I mean, if the ending, I don't care if the ending is bad. I can make my own headcanon or whatever. And I have my own headcanon of how the show ends for me, or like other alternative options in my view of how the show could have gone, and I can just enjoy thinking about them. So anyway, that's about it for The Boys. See ya.